Welcome to the second episode of this series, After Effects Essentials, brought to you by Creative Unicorns. Let's roll the intro. In this episode, we'll be touching on effects and effects control in After Effects. Do well to subscribe to this channel, and please like this video if you want us to keep on releasing this type of content. And if you have any question, I'll see you in the comment section. A quick disclaimer: this is After Effects essential training, so it is expected that you have little or no knowledge about After Effects. I'll be going detailed and step by step. Hence, if you have any prior knowledge in Adobe After Effects, well, there's really nothing I can do about it because I need to take it step by step. And without wasting more time, let's dive right in to today's class. The first thing I'm going to do is to go to our standard here and reset layout. Now we are at the basic and standard layout for After Effects. So I want you to do that so you can follow up on all we'll be doing here today. To add effects to our videos, you first of all click on your layer. Like I said, in After Effects, you will work with layers. Unlike normal video editing, we work with layers in After Effects. So click on your layer, go to Effects and Blur, and I'll select Fast Blur. Now we have so many blurs there, I just decided to choose Fast Blur. When we applied the effect, you see nothing happens here, but we have a new panel opened here, which is our effects control. In case it didn't come up like this, which it should, but in case it didn't, you can bring this up by clicking on F3, like it brings it on and off. You toggle it on and off, F3. I'm going to bring the shortcut up somewhere here so you can see we have it. Another way you can bring it up is, let me shut it off with our shortcut. Go to Windows and you see Effects Control. If I bring that on, you see we still have it in this place. Now once we have this effect, you can do a whole lot with this effect. We can just increase our blur radius and you see how it affects the footage. You can increase it however you want depending on what you want to achieve. You see that. And if you notice, we have something here, it's checked a box here. It says repeat edge pixel. If I shut that off, you see that we have a black halo around the footage. If I increase this, the more you see, that's why you notice the black more. You can see it around. If you don't want that black edge around, just click on repeat edges and you see that it has disappeared. We still have our footage back the way we want it. Another thing is you can click and type in a number if you know exactly what you want to achieve. But in case you don't know, like I say, just click and drag, keep on dragging, and you get your result. Now another thing I would want to show us is our glow effect. We can use effects, go to stylize and glow, and it will still work. You can also come here, you see effects and presets. Now this is where you can type in your effect. If you know the name of the effect, I can type in glow here, and we still have it here, stylize glow. Click, you can click and drag on the layer here. You can bring it into our effect control or drop it on your footage directly. In this case, I'll drop it on our footage, and you see we have glow around. You see glow there, you see glow here, and glow around. Now you can work on the glow by increasing and reducing the threshold. You can add the glow radius, thereby pushing the glow into the dark areas of our footage. In After Effects, it is very important you know exactly what you're doing, because the order in which your effects are here affects how your footage looks. For instance, if I move this glow above Fast Blur, you can see that it is glowing even more. Now if I drag it and bring it down, you see how it works. Now another thing again you can do is you can duplicate any layer here. Like you want to add this effect 2 times, instead of coming to effects and adding it again, you can click on it, go to edit, duplicate, and you see we have a second glow here, and it has obviously added to our effects here, or it has obviously added to our footage here too. Now, any of the effects you are not okay with, like you don't need it anymore, you can just simply click on it and click on delete. I need to go. You can see, click on this, on delete, it goes. Click on this, delete, it goes. I'd like to introduce us to another effect, which is the curve effect. So let's go to effects, color correction, go to curves, and you have a curve here where you can increase the brightness of your, or reduce the brightness of your footage. You can give it a contrasty look by doing this. You can also come over here, change it to your red channel and drop down your red colors or increase your red colors. You can do the same thing for your green and blues, like our blue color here. You can just reduce it, and the more you reduce it, the more it's leaving the footage. You can also add it, and it adds on the red that we also added initially. You can just click and delete. And I would like to introduce us to another effect, which is our hue and saturation effect. Go to effects, go to color correction, hue and saturation, and in this place you can do a whole lot. Like I can just move these, and you see how it affects our footage. Keep on changing the hue of our footage, Ctrl Z. You can also click on colorize, and the whole footage changes to a particular color. You can just increase the colorize hue, and the whole footage changes to the color you want. You can increase the saturation of your hue or reduce it. In this case, let me just increase it, and you see how we play around with it. You can also increase the lightness of your footage or reduce it, and you see how it affects our footage. To furthermore reiterate on this particular kind of effect, the tint effect, we can delete this, go to effects, color correction, go to tint, and you see it turns our footage to black and white, because we have black for our dark areas and we have white for our bright areas. So if I change this black to red, you can see that we still have our whites, but our dark areas have turned to shades of red. You can, let me close this. You can also do the same for your whites, and if I change it to red, you see that I will still have our blacks, they are black, but then our light areas are looking red. You can change it to any color you want. As you can see, you can make it darker or make it brighter, or even make it even brighter and even brighter. So I believe you are having the hang of it. You can also just reduce your amount of tint, thereby adding a shade of your tint color on your footage. Like in this case, if I change this to red now, you see how it has, the whole footage has a red tint, but we're still having our blues and other color because our tint amount is very low, just adding some colors to our footage. I have shown you how to affect your footage with one effect or the other. Like there are so many effects, numerous effects here. As you can see, if you come under blur, you see so many blur. If you come under this, you have this, you have under here, you see so many semaphore, the just sine wave. Here you see how many color correction tools we have. If you come to distort, we have all of these and so many effects here. Now I also want to show you how you can generate some effects rather than just applying some effects on your footage. You can like create a background. We can add a ramp effect. Now let me come over here and type ramp. It should be in let me start here. Let's go to effects. Sorry, you see there are all these effects. As you can see, they are all disabled because we didn't select our layer. So on which layer is this effect going to be applied? So let's select our layer, this layer, then go back to effects, and you see they're all enabled. Let's go to generate gradient ramp, and you see our footage is gone. We have a new background here, which you can change the color. This black area here, you can click on this and change it to red, change it to dark red, change it to blue, change it to green as you want. Come to our light area, change it to red, and You see, this is a very beautiful background that we have here. Let's change this to blue, and let's see. Such a beautiful background. You see how it mixes. Now you can do a whole lot and just changing it like that. So you see this. You see, as I'm moving this, as I clicked on that, I move it. I can move it to this end here, and there's another one here. This is the one for red. Move it this way, and you see such a beautiful background that we have here. You can make this lighter and add this. Come over here. You see, we have a beautiful background here. You can do a whole lot more. You can come, instead of this linear ramp, change it to a radial ramp, and it looks the same right now. But let me bring this over here, and you see that it's different. See, it's round, and we can reduce it this way or increase it. You see that? So I can decide to switch the colors by selecting red for this, and come over here selecting blue, and you see what we have here. I can have it this way. You see how it looks. So you can just generate all sorts of backgrounds and effects here. You can also drag that here. See, look at this. You can also move it with the numbers here. You see that? You see that we can also move it with the numbers. You can also click and it moves to a particular position. So you see how many things we can do with just this gradient ramp. Now I can select and delete. There are more things we can do. Now under generate, we can still generate, go to generate, and let's go for lens flare. Now don't forget that you can actually type all of this in any of those effects here and apply it to your footage. So you see we have our lens flare. If I click on this and drag it, you see that. You see how beautiful it looks. You can increase the brightness or reduce it. You see that? You can also click this, and you see I'm moving this. It's not saying it's happening, but maybe when I click, it moves our lens flare there. So let's say I want the lens flare to come from his eye. Just click on this, go to his eye here, and select, and our lens flare is coming from his eye. You see that? We can change the kind of lens we have. You see how it changes. We can go to our 105 prime, and this will just be bright, just like a bright light, which you can add to the sun or to the sky. To, we can do a whole lot with all of this. With After Effects, the only thing that limits you is your creativity, how creative you can get. Now, before we end this class, I want to introduce you to a very cool effect. So let me close this. A very cool effect, and let's go forward somewhere here. Okay, I think this is nice. Yes, I love this. So I'm going to change this, the color of our clothes. We can change it, and to do that, just go to Effects, Color Correction, change the color. You see that? If I use this eyedropper tool, we can select the color. You see, maybe when we selected it, the color changed immediately. After selecting the color we want to change, then we can now click on this second one to change it to the color we want. And to change it to the color we want, you can just go to blue. You see that? Go to green. See as it keeps on changing. Go to purple, go to pink, go to red, go to light blue, go to dark blue, go to purple, and you see how you can just change only that color. I believe you must have seen this in majorly music videos before, so you now know how they achieve this effect. And then finally, I want you to know that each of these effects can be animated, which brings us to animation. So in our next class, we'll be handling animation. So with this, we've come to the end of this class, effects and effects control in After Effects. Hoping to see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, why don't you subscribe right now, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified when we release the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. If you have any questions, just comment. I'll be sure to respond to you, and I might just make a video just to answer your question. So until next time, stay creative.